Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with a blog to watch. Today I'm going to review the Girard Perregaux Deep Diver. This is a reissue watch that was made in collaboration with George Bamford's Bamford Watch Department. He's done a couple of different collaborations with Girard Perregaux, and this latest one is a revival of this 1969 design, which is a dive watch known as the Deep Diver. I know George's taste pretty well now. Of course, he and I know each other, and we've had lots of conversations over the years, lots of podcasts. So when I see watches that have his name on it, I try to ask myself, what did George like here? What is he into? The first thing that I know he loves about this is the case shape. It's not, when you see it in pictures, the most original looking, but on the wrist, it has a couple of unique features. Some of the geometry of the bezel, the particular shape of the case. It's a cushion shape with a round dial. It's in titanium. It's very nicely finished titanium. It's just over 40 millimeters wide. It's 40.3 millimeters, just under 14 millimeters thick, water resistant 200 meters. But again, the case shape is cool and funky and definitely something that I know Mr. Bamford is into. Another thing is the colors, and I think that's probably what excited him a lot, is it's got this blue and white and orange. The watch comes both on a rubber strap in matching orange color as well as a blue one. You can swap them around. And I have to say, this is a really nice rubber strap. Not just the material, but the shape, the way it tapers, the particular design of it. Usually, the texture on the rubber strap is just on the outside, and the other side looks different. This one, they try to create an integrated look. So it really looks like more of a cohesive shape than just one that is printed on one way and on one side and something different on the back side there. So again, just a little detail there that I think was done particularly well. The back of the watch is okay. It's got that Deep Diver logo there under blue. Again, it's simple. I think for a watch at this price point, again, that's probably my biggest complaint of this watch is it's very expensive. It's fun overall. I guess the second complaint would be that I want the hands to pop out more. The original watches from the late 1960s and 70s, I think were constructed in a way where the hands are often hand-painted and they just popped a little bit more. These sort of machined hands have more of a metallic edge to them, and they don't just pop as much as I want. Again, there's no issues with legibility. It's not hard to read at all, but I feel that the hands could have been a little bit more visually spectacular rather than having sort of this steel finishing on the edges. Maybe a color would have allowed them to look a little bit bigger, but that's sort of really my only complaint about the hands on the dial. The movement inside is the long-standing Girard Perregaux caliber GP 03300 automatic. They've been making this movement forever. It's in-house made. It's thin. It's their workhorse. It's a luxury workhorse automatic movement. Time, date, similar in theory to some of the movements that O'Shea makes. And I say that because Girard Perregaux, I don't know if they still do this, but for a while would sell this movement to be used to others. For example, a lot of the early MB&F watches actually used, I believe, the gear train from this movement to power a lot of their watches. More modern ones are engineered differently, but for a number of years, a Girard Perregaux movement, just like the one in here, was the backbone of most of the MB&F watches. So that's kind of an interesting thing. This watch is a limited edition. I think that's probably smart. I don't know that this watch would have a place in the standard collection. This is really for people who like the design, never had an opportunity to get the original, like dive watches, want something funky, probably have a little bit more disposable income because, again, this is definitely a more expensive watch for what you get. Yes, it's very nicely made machined titanium, great polishing, the brushing is very visual, they got all the details right. But again, the hands, a bit underwhelming, movement that just it tells the time. So I don't know that this watch needed to cost as much as it did, but hey, Girard Perregaux needs to make money, and I'm really glad that Mr. Bamford got them to do this reissue because it's a fun thing. You know, there's the casquette that he's been responsible for, some special versions of the Laureato. So actually, if you're interested in Bamford and Girard Perregaux collaborations, there's a fair number of them, and this is just the most recent one. Again, this is the Girard Perregaux Deep Diver, done in collaboration with George Bamford. Limited edition of 350 pieces. Price is $15,100. And you can see the full review on a blog to watch. Thanks.